Hello friends, myself Professor Pinkesh Patel from the Electrical Engineering Department from the College of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today I am going through a subject of interconnected power system having a subject code of 2170901. This subject that is part of 4th year 7th SEM. This is the flow of the contents, course details, scope and objective of the course, text and reference books, chapter wise course plan, and last one that is the list of experiment. So we can start with the first category, that is the course details. The name of the subject, that is interconnected power system, having a code 2170901. This subject having a credit of 5. Now we are going for the evaluation scheme. So firstly we can go with the structure. So having 3 lectures, having 0 tutorials, and lab having 2 hours. Credit having 5. Mid-sem exam having 20 marks. ALA, that is stand for the active learning assignment, having 10 marks. University evaluation, that is theory exam, having 70 marks. And then after we are going for the continuous evaluation, having a total of 50 marks, which comprises first one, that is the ESE, that is the external viva, having 20 marks. OEP, that is stand for the open-ended problem, having 10 marks. And last one, that is PA, that is for the internal marks, having 20 marks. So having a summation, that is the theory plus internal marks, having a total, that is the 100 plus 50. So total of 150 marks, that is for this subject. Now we are going for the scope and objective of the course. So from this subject we can learn about the power system. What is the role of the power system during the normal operating condition, and if is there any fault or is there any disturbance that should be occur inside the power system. So inside the power system, having a different kind of components like generation system, transmission system and distribution system are connected over there. Also we can learn about the different kind of components or network which is connected over there. So we have to go for the modeling of the power system components during the steady state condition. Now also we can learn about economic operation and planning of the power system for the selection of the components like circuit breaker for power system protection, because circuit breaker which is used for protecting the system. So in this way which can protecting to the power system. On completion of this subject, student is expected to, after learning the course, the student should be able to model modern power system network. Suppose having any system or any network that we can consider, so we have to model the different kind of components that is connected over there. Next one, that is the solve the problem of power flow through any power system network, because inside the interconnection system having a different kind of equipment or components that is connected over there. Suppose any fault that may be occur at any point, so that fault that should be solved by learning this subject. Next, that is the find economical generation of power and rescheduling of power. Solve this swing equation, find the stability of the power system, and last one, that is the find the variation in frequency. because of change in generation. So as we all know, whenever we can go through a power system, so having a different kind of fault that may take place over there. So due to change in the load demand, having a variation in the voltage and frequency that may occur. The main aim of the power system, we have to transmit the power to the consumer without any interruption inside the power system. So this is the main role of the power system, so that we can learn from this subject. Now we are going for the text and reference book. So there are 5 types of reference book which can be used in this subject. First one, that is the Modern Power System Analysis by D.P. Kothari and I.J. Nagrath, Tata McGraw-Hill Education. Second one, that is the Power System Analysis and Stability. Third one, that is the Power System Analysis by Hadisha Dutt. Fourth one, that is the Computer Aided Power System. And last one, that is the Elements of Power System Analysis by William D. Stevenson. So these 5 books which can be useful for this subject. Now we are going for the chapter wise course plan. So this subject having a total of 6 chapter. First one, that is the Introduction. Second one, that is the Power System Matrices. Third one, that is the Load Flow Studies. Fourth one, Economic Operation of Power System, Frequency and Voltage Control Method. And last one, that is the Power System Stability. So we can start with the introduction. So inside this chapter we can learn about the interconnected system. What do you mean by interconnected system? What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of the interconnected system? So firstly, interconnected system, that is the large number of generating station which is connected in the parallel connection, which is known as the interconnection system. Now, what is the advantages and disadvantages of the interconnection system? Then what do you mean by electric grid? What do you mean by cascade tripping? And how the blackout that may be occur inside the power system? Then after, what do you mean by isolating? What do you mean by load dispatch center? What are the different kind of load dispatch center which is locating in the Gujarat as well as India? What is the power generation scenario inside the Gujarat and India? So likewise, all the things that we can learn from the chapter number 1, that is the introduction. Now we are going for the second one, that is the Power System Matrices. So if we can go through a power system, so having a different kind of generating station which is connected over there, that is considered as a interconnected system. So now it is very difficult to analyze to find out the voltage, because the voltage variation that is occur inside the interconnected system, and over there having a different kind of generator, transmission line, transformer that is connected over there, and all having a voltage rating that is the different. So it is very difficult to analyze the whole system. So for that we can go through a graph theory, and based on that we can easily find out or we can easily find out the voltage rating at the individual component. So for that we can go through a power system matrices. Third one, that is the load flow studies. So from this chapter we can determine the current, voltage, active power, reactive power at various points during normal operating condition and steady state condition. Also this chapter which can be held to the power system for the planning of the power system and control and operation of existing system, which can be used for its future expansion. So that all the things that we can learn from load flow studies. Next one, that is the economic operation of the power system. So if we can go through a electric power system, the main aim that's we have to maintain the voltage and frequency inside the given limit at the consumer side. The voltage limit, that is the plus or minus 6% at the consumer side, and for the frequency having a change that is up to a 3% that should be allowed inside the power system. So if we can go through a economic operation which consists of the overall cost of the system, that should be very minimum, and efficiency of the system, that is the high. So for that we can go through a economic operation of power system. Next chapter, that is the frequency and voltage control method. So already we have said that in the interconnected system having a large number of generator that is connected over there, and all the generator having a speed that is the different, which is depend upon the P, because for the synchronous speed having a equation Ns is equal to 120 F by P. Now due to varying in the load demand having a value of the voltage and frequency that is changed, and whatever the generator that is connected over there that is not get inside the synchronism. So suppose if is there any one of the generator that is come out from the synchronism, which can affect or which can disturb the whole system, because for the economic operation synchronism that is must require, otherwise it may create a very high amount of disturbance to the power system. So for that we can go through a frequency and voltage control method. So in this chapter having a different kind of method which can be used for the frequency and voltage control, like speed governor mechanism. Last chapter, that is the power system stability. So first question, that is the what do you mean by stability? So ability of the power system to return back to the steady state condition due to any disturbance, which is considered as a stability. So already we have discussed that in the interconnected system having a large number of generator that is connected over there. So due to that, is there any fault that may be occur over there? So instead of totally blackout, try to go for or try to return back to the its normal condition, which is considered as a stability. So in this chapter having a different kind of stability limit that is given over there, and we can learn about the power system stability. So this is regarding to the chapter wise course plan. This is the whole syllabus for this subject. Now we are going for the list of experiment. So this subject having a total of 12 experiment. We can start with the first one, that is the introduction to the MATLAB. So in this experiment we can learn about the details of the MATLAB. What do you mean by MATLAB? That is stand for the matrix laboratory. Then different kind of blocks. What is the application of MATLAB? What is the how to give the command window? Likewise all the things that we can learn from the experiment number 1. Now go for the experiment number 2 to perform and obtain bus incidence matrix. So already we have discussed that what is the need of bus incidence matrix. So in the interconnected system having a different kind of components, transformer, generating station, transmission line, which is connected over there, and having a voltage level that is in the various condition. So it is very difficult to analyze to the power system over there. So for that we can go through a graph theory, in which we can try to find out bus incidence matrix. So firstly we can take the any one system as an example, and in this example we can try to find out the bus incidence matrix theoretically, and then after we can go through a software side and we can get the same answer. So that all the things that we can learn from the experiment number 2. Now experiment number 3, to perform and obtain the basic Kurzgesagt matrix. Experiment number 4, that is the to perform and obtain basic loop incidence matrix. Experiment number 5, to perform and obtain branch path incidence matrix. Experiment number 6, to perform and obtain Y bus for a sample system. We can take any one system, and for that we can try to find out the Y bus and Z bus theoretically, and at the end we can go for the software side, and if we again we can get the same answer for the Y bus and Z bus. Experiment number 8, that is the derivation of static load flow equation for a sample bus system. So now again we can take the one example and we can go for the load flow solution, and again we can get the same answer. Experiment number 9, solution of static load flow equation using Gauss-Seidel method of load flow for a given power system. Experiment number 10, that is the solution of static load flow equation using Newton-Raphson method of load flow for a given power system. Experiment number 11, that is the find most economical generation on generator of a given power system. So in all the experiment we can go through a M coding, that is we have to write down the program, and that is in form of M coding. Experiment number 12, that is the to determine the penalty factor and beta coefficient for the given system. We can take the any one example and we can try to find out the penalty factor and beta coefficient for the given system. So this is the list of the experiment which is part of the interconnected system. So in this subject we can learn about the interconnected power system, what is the load flow studies, how it can be used in the real life application, how we can go for the economic operation, how we can go through a stability side, how we can control the frequency and voltage at the different kind of generator. So all that things that we can learn from this subject. Thank you.